Yo, what's going on? What's going on, man? Back at you with another video. Yeah, we here, man. I want to say, first of all, I want to say thank you to all the people who subscribe to the channel, man. I really appreciate that. I didn't even ask you to do it. You know what I'm saying? I guess you heard the truth and you wanted to subscribe. So I truly appreciate that. Excuse me. I truly appreciate the people who went to the bio and found my Cash App and donated as well. That's real dope, man. I didn't ask you to do that. So, you know what I'm saying? The fact that you did means a lot, man. For real, I really appreciate that. Appreciate the people who subscribed as well, all the love, you know what I'm saying, the comments and all that good stuff, you know what I mean? So truly appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? I'm a YouTube rookie, man. So, just the way spirit moved me, so I'm here. You feel me? So for y'all guys and ladies to do that, hey, that's dope. That means a lot. So I truly appreciate it, man. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about the kind of energy that we're in now. You know what I mean? Just with everything going on. And we know what yesterday was, April 8th. So we all know everything that went down on that day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad we passed that. To be real with you, man, I'm glad we moving on. And hopefully people got what they were looking for. You know, it was a lot of talking, a lot of this, a lot of that. A lot of misinformation, a lot of fear tactics and scare tactics and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad we kind of moved on from it. And the spiritual beings, you know what I'm saying? We got what we needed, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you did whatever you felt like that you needed to do. You know what I'm saying? We kind of moved on from it, you know what I mean? So glad that's over, you know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, I just really want to talk about the energy that we're in, man, and just kind of see, you know, are you guys dealing with that? You know what I'm saying? What you're dealing with, what to look out for and things like that, you know. April 1st, we went into that Mercury retrograde that's in Aries. You feel me? So, you know, and the retrogrades are a time, you know, people always say, you know, all this weirdo stuff be happening during Mercury retrogrades, which is true. You know what I'm saying? But it's also a great time for healing. It also could be a great time for shadow work and all that too. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about communication, being all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's basic. I mean, we understand that. But, you know, it could be a great time for healing, to make leaps and bounds in your shadow work and stuff like that. So definitely kind of want to talk about that and kind of see, you know, what we got going on there. But a couple things did come to me, you know, during this energy. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I got my notes with me. But, you know, 4 things started really sticking out to me. You know what I'm saying? And how it all kind of played back to shadow work, man. And it was real dope, and really kind of been looking at it the last week or so and thinking about it, and, you know, just really kind of getting on it, man, before I dropped the video about it. But so we do know that Aries is the sign of self, you know what I'm saying? The first house, you know that. You know, we don't have to get too deep into that, you know what I mean? But what I've identified as far as this communication, you know what I'm saying, which we know it takes others to communicate for the most part, you know, especially talking with words and technology and stuff like this, you know, back and forth. You know, that's, you know, the way I look at it, you know, when you're dealing with Aries, the opposite of Aries is Libra. Libra is more partnership, Aries is self. So it's going to be that back and forth. You know what I mean? It's others, it's you, and it's others. Those are kind of the houses, you know, that I kind of was thinking about what we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So fuck with me on this. So when it comes to others words will trigger you, right? Because we're in Mercury retrograde. So we know some of the first things to get triggered during a retrograde is others' words, other people's words, what they say to you. Other people's words will trigger you into action. You feel me? Remember, Aries is the first sign of self, cardinal of action. You feel me? So other people's words will trigger you into action. So somebody might say some shit and you immediately, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might piss you off. I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? So these are some of the things that we always experience through retrograde is the just communication being all fucked up. We know this already. You know what I'm saying? But with this, what I've noticed is other people's words will trigger you into action. Okay. What I've also noticed is, now this is layered. Okay. What you think about yourself will influence how you act towards others. Okay. What you think about yourself will influence how you act towards others. So the first thing I was talking about is other people's words will trigger you. That's that other people bringing their energy to you is going to trigger you. But internally, what you think about yourself will influence how you act towards others. Okay. Now, thinking about that, it's like, well, shit. Yeah, that's what happens anyway. You know what I'm saying? Well, however you think about yourself is how you treat others. But we're not talking about how you treat others. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about how you deal with others, because even when I say it and I think about it, I think about treating people a certain kind of way has some type of level of care to it. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking about action because we're in a retrograde in Aries. So we're just talking about action. So what you think about yourself will influence how you act towards others. Let me give you an example. I don't know what day it was, but it was after the retrograde started. I went somewhere to order some shit. You know what I'm saying? Get a little whatever I was getting, slice of pizza, something like that, right? And they messed up my order, right? And what I think about I'm normally chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm chill. It's whatever. Hey man, I get it. Hey man, I used to work in fast food industry, you know what I'm saying, when I was in high school. So it's cool, ain't no big deal. You fuck my shit up. It's cool, ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? I can let it go. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, what you think about yourself will influence to how you act towards others. Okay. So that's normal. Okay. But the thing was, really on the inside, I was pissed off. You feel me? The Mercury retrograde, the communication between me and the server, you know what I'm saying, fucked up my shit. I was pissed. You know what I'm saying? But what I thought about myself was, it's cool. But on some real shit, it really wasn't cool. You feel me? So I'm gonna put a period in that, right? But it was my action that I did after that I wasn't thinking about, I wasn't connected to. That was that Aries energy that initiated that fire, just like, yo, you know what I mean? It was cool, and then it wasn't cool. You feel me? So let's put a pin in that, but I just wanted to kind of give a little example, okay? And we're going to go into the layers of this second one. Now, in this time, you got to remember you've just been triggered, okay? You've been triggered. Other people's words will trigger you, okay? And then what you think about yourself will influence how you act towards others, okay? Let's just deal with these two things, okay? So I got triggered. We'll use the messed up order situation. So remember, you've just been triggered while in self, ego, Aries energy. That shadow will default to your sun sign. My sun sign is about peace, right? Which is most likely shadow controlled by your south node. I know that's a lot, but rock with me. If you saw my south node video about where the ego lies and things like that, you understand that the way I see it is your ego, your true blue ego lies in your south node, and it's shadowing over your sun sign. And it's, so if your south node is a Pisces and you a Gemini, you're not really a Pisces, but you got a lot of Pisces energy that's being shadow filtered through your sun. You feel what I'm saying? So what you think about yourself will influence, remember, I already said this, what you think about yourself will influence how you act towards others. Remember, you've just been triggered. Whenever you're getting triggered in this energy, especially, it's coming from your Chiron. A trigger is not a positive word. You feel me? So you just been triggered. You know, you're not even thinking. You're going straight into action. Just like the first house sign. They go straight into it. Boom, boom, boom. So you've been triggered, and that shadow will default to your sun sign. So you automatically, oh, that's cool. I ain't gonna worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's most likely controlled by your south node. So whatever little pieces of your south node that get shadow filtered through your sun, once you're triggered, right? Because you will be triggered by messed up communication in this time. You know what I'm saying? What you think about yourself, you know what I'm saying, will influence how you act towards others. So you don't necessarily jump down somebody's throat. I mean, it just depends on, you know, how your chart is made up. I don't jump down people's throat. You know what I'm saying? Not immediately, like after maybe the second or third time I will, but you know what I'm saying? So immediately you trigger because of messed up communication. And then you go into a straight robotic mode. Oh, no, it's cool, it's cool. But really what it is you're pissed off on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck with me there. I know that's a lot, but I just want you to see how it's happening, okay? And like I said, there's 4 things. Those are the first 2, all right? Now, these things might not, 1 and 2 definitely go together. 3 and 4 definitely go together. I'm pretty sure there's a bridge or somewhere where you can kind of connect it or whatever, but we're just going to get it out now. So, also in this energy, when you talk about others, so there's that other people energy again, that 7th house versus the 1 house, okay? When you talk about others, you're really talking about yourself. Now, we know that. You know what I'm saying? You've been taught that since you was a little kid. But it's like mad specific right now because we're dealing with this retrograde of communication. So what you say about other people, you're truly saying it about yourself. You feel me? And I think we just saw that shit happen. I wrote this a couple of days ago, but we just saw that happen with these 2 big name rappers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? No need for me to get into it and say people's names and shit, because we know who it is. But real talk. I mean, we've seen this shit play out, man. You know what I'm saying? One homie talked about another homie. You know what I'm saying? Cat really didn't even respond till after the retrograde. You feel me? But he responded. But what he was saying, he was really talking about himself. Because some of the stuff he was saying, it doesn't matter who you like. You know, who's your, you know what I'm saying? We're not talking about the characters that these musicians are. I don't care about that. We're just talking about the energy. Homie put out a diss back, which most felt was subpar. You feel me? Or whatever the case may be. And the things that he was actually saying was what people have said about him and his body of work. You feel me? Things being born and slept on and stuff like that. We're not talking about everybody said that, but these are some of the things. All right, let's not get caught up in the characters. We're just talking about energy. So what he was saying was really talking about himself. And then once that energy hit back, then we have an apology. You feel what I'm saying? So I was talking about this a minute ago, and I saw that whole thing play. I'm like, damn, everything he's saying about homie, that's really you. Oh shit, this nigga went back and apologized for it. You feel what I'm saying? Because homie was like, that don't fit with my spirit, and that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about the reversal, you feel me, of this retrograde speaking. So whatever shit you talk about somebody else in this time specifically, like you really talking about yourself. Like for real, for real. For real. I mean, we're dealing with this 1st and 7th house energy, but nobody talks about the 7th house energy during a retrograde in Aries and stuff like that. Like I haven't heard anyone really talk about that, but these are things that I've just kind of been noticing, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's already Chiron in Aries, retrograde in Aries, goddamn solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, all this shit is happening. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just kind of like, what's the piece that's in the shadows, bruh? Communication. In a self-sign, communication has to deal with somebody else. So, you know, when you talk about others, you're really talking about yourself. So when you start talking shit about somebody, I want you to really listen to what you're saying and see if you're talking about yourself. And you might be, because not that you might be, you most likely are, because of the energy, dude. Okay. And the 4th thing is others' actions will trigger your Chiron. So we talked about others' words will trigger you into action, but others' actions will trigger your Chiron. You feel me? So remember when I was talking about I was going to get a slice of pizza or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The communication got fucked up. What I thought about myself, I was like, oh no, it's cool. But it wasn't fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? And so now, like I said on number 3, when you start talking about other people, you really talking about yourself. Like, damn, they always fucking up my order. Da, 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 da. But that really wasn't true. The true part of it was I was allowing someone to fuck up my order and not say nothing about it, because I was triggered from a shadow of Chiron that says, no, you're cool, man. Let it go. You're the spiritual guy. Let it go. It's cool. All of this shit is false because it's coming from this shadow area of Chiron. Like I said, if you watch my Chiron video, do you understand what I'm saying? Right? So, like I said, fucked up my order. Then I started talking shit. They're always messing up my order. Nah, You just accepted that, right? And then their actions will trigger the Chiron. So to finish out the story, when I go back, like, yo, yeah, because I got in the whip. I was like, I'm out. But I was like, I was overly mad about, overly mad, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, fuck. Turned around, came back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in there like, nah, I really want my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all messed it up, da 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 da. And you know what I'm saying? I felt like them messing up my stuff was almost personal. You feel what I'm saying? But it was triggering my Chiron. You know what I'm saying? And when I looked at my shit, I was like, oh, damn, this shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope y'all are following that. You know what I mean? And not only did this example, this kept happening from people that I, am close to, things like that. I kept seeing, I was like, holy shit. This retrograde is, remember, when the initiator energy, that spark, that boom, Aries is go, go, go. So this energy, this retrograde is putting people directly into action. You feel me? But it's also a great sign to do healing and shadow work in, because as soon as you get triggered in Aries, bro, like it's time to go. You can get it. And if you can kind of clear the cobwebs out of your head, you know what I'm saying? You can see the opportunities to do more shadow work. The opportunities to shine light to places that are dark. I'm telling you, it's there. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just give you a reason why I keep talking about 7th house and first house stuff. Okay. 7th house is the blending of energy. It governs relationships. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if it's a romantic relationship, a partnership, a business partnership type thing. Just dealing with people. When you deal with people, you're communicating. With the retrograde, the communication is jacked up between dealing with people, and it puts it back on self. Aries, retrograde, house of self, your personal traits, your characteristics, your sense of expression. You feel me? So I hope y'all are tracking with that. Is this happening to you? You feel me? Because another thing happened, it's like stuff kept happening. Like I said, to myself, and I don't mind sharing, the shit that happened to me. I don't claim to be perfect or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Never claim that. What happened? I was driving, you feel me? And I'm turning into a place, but it's mad crowded. I can't get in. Somebody behind me honks. Like I said, normally I'm cool. I'm lying. Don't worry about it. I instantly go, what do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? And that's not even my style. You know what I mean? And I wasn't mad. I was just instantly in action. That's what I mean about others' words will trigger you into actions. We have to know that. We have to know that being in an Aries retrograde. What people say is going to trigger your action. So you got to be careful, man. You can't let somebody's words get you fucked up because somebody say something to them and you try to like slap them or punch them in the face or some shit. You can't do that. That's extreme. You just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Also, you got to remember what you think about yourself. So number 1, others' words will trigger you into action. Number 2, what you think about yourself will influence how you act towards others. Act is the key word, not treat, not deal with. Remember, we're dealing with Aries. Straight action, bro. Because a lot of times when they do shit, it might seem like it's foul, but they don't even really mean it like that. It's just, hey, this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? A lot of people are intimidated by Aries or put off by Aries energy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But just remember, what you think about yourself will influence how you act. This number 2 one is deep, though, because it kind of is layered. It goes to your Chiron. It goes to your shadows and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? You think that you're this kind of person because that's where your shadow ego wants you to think. But in reality, the energy that's in Aries is giving you an opportunity to have a truer self-expression of self. It's the house of self, personal traits, characteristics, and sense of expression. This Mercury retrograde will give you an opportunity to be your truest self. That's how you flip it and use it. You know what I mean? Like it's a dope time to really be who you are. So now if you really are whatever, you know what I'm saying, and people don't like it and they're in your circle, you can let them niggas go. It's a great time for that. It's a great time for that, man. To actually listen to what somebody's saying to you and be like, oh, wow. And then act act out of your truest self. You feel me? So, you know, what you think about yourself will influence how you act towards others. Act towards others, and remember the layer there is remember that you've just been triggered coming from your Chiron and self ego, which is fine. That and the shadow will default to your sun sign, which is most likely shadow controlled by your south node. That number 2 shit is deep, bro. It's deep. What you think about yourself is going to take over, and that's where this separation and this we talk about the separation being in the 8 year. That's where that shit is going to happen, because some people are going to think. So I'll talk about myself. Hey, I'm the cool guy. Yeah, it's okay. I'll just take this fucked up slice of pizza. It's whatever. And let's say I would have pulled off and I just would have stayed mad. You feel me? And didn't go back and get what I ordered. Just stayed mad. Man, fuck, man, this is some bullshit, man. I hate them. That I ain't never going back. And now I got attitude. And remember, we're in a retrograde. Remember, Aries energy is powerful. So now my wife hit me up. Man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Kids hit me up. Next, what the fuck? You know, the homies, like, now you have that energy. Like, I think that with all the events that are happening right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, for you to get into a messed up way of thinking can really start to become a detriment. Like, seriously, I really believe that. And I think that's what people were trying to say about this eclipse and about this and about that. I think the way you start treating yourself in this Aries retrograde could really do a detriment to the others around you and yourself, though. You feel what I'm saying? And now you're taking on characteristics, personal traits, in a sense of expression, all first house stuff that's not really you. So now you could be going out here burning bridges and doing a bunch of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when this retrograde is over, I think it's on the 25th, when this retrograde is over, you done burnt so many bridges and fucked so much shit up. It's like you coming out of a funk and ain't nobody fucking with you. And you like, but you feel me? That's kind of what I think that people really were wanting to say about all these things that are going on. You know what I'm saying? So that number 2 is deep. That shit'll get you jacked up. You know what I mean? Straight up. That's if you handle it wrong, get you messed up. Number 3, once again, remember when you talk about others, you're really talking about yourself. Like, we know that, like, that's basic, but remember, it's like on 10 at this time. You know what I'm saying? So what you talking about somebody, because you'll probably be very specific. This dusty ass nigga with these busted ass goddamn Nikes, and you really talk about yourself, or whatever you say, you're really talking about yourself. That's also a great time to have some introspection and look into yourself as well. Like, why are you spending time trying to talk about people and shit like that? When the trigger could really be on yourself. Remember, this is retrograde. And 4, others' actions will trigger your Chiron. So you got to know where your Chiron is, man. Like I said, if you don't know, look at my other videos. I think I tell you maybe some webs, AstroSeek, I believe, Cafe Astrology. You can go there and find out what your, I don't know if it's on Cafe Astrology, but I know it's on AstroSeek. You could find out what your Chiron is, and where your Chiron is placed will tell you how you'll be triggered. You feel what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's see what we got here. Might be able to go into a little bit of that and try to give you a little insight. I think I will. Yeah, I got it right here. So, let me give you some insight real quick, man. I ain't trying to hold you. Hopefully you still with me. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're understanding what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And how this could be a detriment and how it can help. But let me give you something real quick. All right. So, let me see. Okay. So when we are in this Chiron and Aries, what that means on the positive side is this is an opportunity to confront your shadows and the things that have been keeping you from getting to where you need to be as a spiritual being. So I'll go down all 12 signs real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I never claimed to be an astrologer. You feel me? So, you know, but I see shit and I want to share it with you. So let me try to make it as quick as possible. Like I said, I appreciate you hanging out with me if you made it this far. You feel me? So Chiron is in Aries. That's where it is for all of us. That's what we've all agreed to. So that means that you need to confront a certain energy. Okay. So If on your chart your Chiron is in Aries, it's saying that you have to confront what has kept you from taking the lead in your life. Okay, I ain't gonna get too deep on each one of them, but you need to confront what has kept you from taking the lead in your life, where you have given your power over to other people or situations that seem beyond your control. So we're in Chiron as Aries is what we are in as a whole, as a people. If you have Aries, Chiron and Aries specifically, you need to start claiming your power. Straight up. Just claim your power. Confront what has been keeping you from taking the lead in your life, okay? Taurus, what you need to do is you need to confront what has kept you feeling insecure. You need to confront what has kept you feeling insecure. Where have you allowed a lack of material or otherwise? Where have you allowed a feeling of lack, materially or otherwise, to deplete your self-confidence? So whatever's making you feel insecure, Taurus, Chiron and Taurus, with this Chiron and Aries energy, you need to confront what has been keeping you feeling insecure. What you need to do is find peace and stability. I am literally reading this off. You feel what I'm saying? Off these notes, man. Not making shit up. So, Gemini, you have to confront what has kept you from teaching, writing, or telling your story. Okay? Where have you allowed fear to stop you from using your voice, literally or figuratively? So, in this action, Gemini, you need to confront what has kept you from teaching, writing, or telling your story. Connect with your audience. All the Chiron and Gemini people, connect with your audience. All right, Cancer, you need to confront what has kept you from having the structure of life that you want. All right, where have you kept yourself small in order to stay safe, thus blocking you from home and or work life you desire? Whew, that's deep right there, boy. Where have you kept yourself small in order to stay safe? Wow. So Cancer, you need to claim your place in the world. Okay. Leo, it's time to confront what has kept you from expanding your horizons. All right, Leo, it's time for you to confront what has kept you from expanding your horizons. Where has fear of the unfamiliar kept you from adventure? All right, Leo. Leo, you need to explore through risk. Okay. Virgo, you need to confront what has kept you from deepening your relationships. Where has fear of revealing your self-perceived imperfections kept you from experiencing an authentic connection? Okay, Virgo. You need to confront what has kept you from deepening your relationships. And what you got to do is practice intimacy. And this is if your Chiron is in Virgo, okay? If your Chiron is in Libra, you need to confront what has kept you from having mutually satisfying relationships. Where has fear of upsetting the apple cart kept you from having a sense of balance in your closest friendships and partnerships? Okay, this is if you have Chiron in Libra. What you got to do is balance power with others. All right. Let's see. If you have Chiron in Scorpio, you need to confront what has kept you from sharing your considerable skills. Where has fear of your ability to impact, even transform the lives of others, kept you hiding under? That shit is corny. Just kept you hiding, okay, Scorpio? Where is your fear of ability to impact, even transform the lives of others, kept you hiding, okay? So, Scorpio, Chiron and Scorpio, you need to use your skills in service, all right? Sagittarius, if you have a Chiron in Sagittarius, you need to confront what has kept you from experiencing the release of childlike play. Where has fear of wasting time kept you from giving yourself to the gift of playtime? Okay, that's if you have a Chiron in Sagittarius. What you need to do is allow yourself to play. All right. If you have a Chiron in Capricorn, it's time for you to confront what has been keeping you from fully relaxing into the emotional connections that you have within your home situation. God damn, Capricorn. Shit, that's a lot of goddamn shit. Where has the fear kept you from asking for what you really need from those in your family, blood or not. This is if you have a Chiron in Capricorn. It's time to confront what has been keeping you from fully relaxing into the emotional connections you have within your home situation. All right. What you need to do is open your heart to your family. All right. Aquarius, if you have Chiron in Aquarius, it's time for you to confront why you have been hiding your unique way of thinking. Where has fear made you attempt to fit in by staying quiet? That's deep too. All right. This is for if you have a Chiron in Aquarius. What you need to do is share your unique genius. All right. Aquarius is the genius. All right. And last, Pisces. If you have a Chiron in Pisces, it's time for you to confront what has kept you from self-acceptance. Where has fear kept you setting the bar higher and higher for yourself so that self-love continuously eludes you? Where has fear kept you setting the bar higher and higher for yourself? Oh, I see. Okay, I get it. Like you keep just doing shit because, right. So you never have a chance to truly care about yourself, so you keep setting the bar. I get it. Okay, cool. So it's time to confront what has kept you from self-acceptance. Where has fear kept you setting the bar higher and higher so that self-love continually eludes you, so you don't think you're as good as you really are? And what you need to do is find self-acceptance. So everything that I listed off, from Aries, that's if you have a Chiron in Aries, not if your sun sign is Aries, right? If your Chiron is in Taurus, we're talking about Chirons. We're not talking about your sun sign. So everything that I mentioned is for those. Every sign is if your Chiron is in those signs, not your sun sign. So you will have to find what your Chiron is, and then, you know what I'm saying, maybe play the video back or whatever, and then that shit will make sense. This is not for if you have a sun sign in those things. It's if you have a Chiron in those things. Because remember, Aries is in Chiron as a whole. All right. And then we have our individual Chiron placements. You know what I'm saying? All that shit's getting retrograded. Our communications getting retrograded. All of this is happening in Aries, which is the sign of self, which gives you an opportunity for great improvement of your shadows. Great improvement. But you got to kind of know a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I got some videos on the Chiron joint. You know what I mean? But you really got to know what it is before you can start healing, man. Shit, we're just about healing and being better. We're not about telling people they're so great. Fuck that. Everybody think they're great, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But how can we be great for real? And we can be great for real by doing the work, man. So I think that's it, man. I think I'm going to just stop it right there. You feel me? Definitely, like I said, appreciate all the subscribers, appreciate the love, you know what I'm saying? And let's just keep doing it, shit, subscribe. If you like it, subscribe, I guess, right? That's what they say when they're on YouTube. If you like it, subscribe. You can find a donation cash app in the bio if you feel that way. If you just want the information and you can use it to improve your life and have a little more positive outlook, take it and do that. That's what we're here for, man. So I think that's all I got, man. I think that's all I got. Hopefully you following. Hopefully you can kind of see where I'm coming from with this. Hopefully you can also see how important this Aries and Chiron and this retrograde in Aries, how important it is and how you can really use it to be better, man. So it'll be over on the 25th. So we got some time, man, to really change our situations and our mind frames and make that shit happen. So I ain't finna hold you, man. I appreciate your time, and I'll let you. Peace.